Right, and it's now time for court today. We know that on Monday there was some strike, and so the courts were empty. But thankfully, organized labor, GHOne, and everybody else decided to go back to work yesterday. And so court actually sat. And don't forget that this week is also ADR week, right? Captain joins me in the studio. I actually prefer Captain to Murtala. Murtala, good morning. How are you?
I'm good, Sarah. How are you too?
I'm doing very well.
I like your action this morning.
Murtala, isn't it heartbreaking?
It is. It is.
Imagine, and you know, children need to be given special treatments. When I say special treatment, in terms of their food,
yes,
they need to grow well. They need to eat balanced diet. They need to eat, certain things need to be present in some of their foods. When you see it, the soup, the soup, it's as if like there's no onion. It's just yes.
On it and all that.
And the Auditor General's report has revealed that some of the palm oil has gone bad.
But you know our challenge as a country. I am looking at situation whereby we want to do politics with every single thing, and that is the results that you are seeing. So I want to always put something on camera to come and show you that I'm doing something when indeed the work is not being done. Until we change that mindset, this country, I'm not sure.
And you know, I am waiting for the NDC representative that will come on the show this morning. I really want to hear. I know that they are going to, both of them are going to try to politicize the conversation. But you see, the data shows that as far back as 2019, there was a consensus to move the money from 80 pesos to 1 cedi, 50 pesos.
Even
that was not even adequate, but it was not done. That 1 Ghana cedi, 50 pesos is what was proposed in the 2023 budget.
You can
in
imagine.
Today's world, when tomatoes, the price of tomatoes.
Now you go to the market and you wonder whether you should come back home and buy food, already made food, or you should continue to prepare food at home.
With what money?
It's very, very expensive.
Anyway.
Preparing a small meal at home is now an issue that you have to think about it so many times before you can have something for your tummy. But it's sad.
The whole country is some way, because even if you decide not to cook and you decide to order food, you buy food for 40 Ghana cedi. The cost of delivery to bring you the food will be 70 Ghana cedi. So
no brainer.
Fuel prices have gone up. You yourself can't drive to the place to go. Oh, it's not easy.
The country is going some way, somehow. Anyway, so that is also for me. We should do away with the politics and focus on the real issues. And that's the only way we can survive.
I really hope so. Yes. And that is what, instead of focusing on these things, look at the things that our parliamentarians were focusing on. Avoiding speed limits and using sirens.
But
these people, anyway.
I was enjoying the conversation
yesterday. What happened in court yesterday?
What happened in court yesterday was that on Monday there was no court action. So yesterday, as predicted or as anticipated, the whole court premises, in fact, especially the complex, was very, very packed, because cases from the Monday were all dealt with yesterday in addition to yesterday's schedule. So and one of the cases that came out was the Saglemi affordable housing case involving Alhaji Collins Dauda, Kweku Ajiman Emensa, Alhaji Zibrim Yakubu, and of course, Nuvi Tete Angelo, the contractor, has passed on, and so there was no way he would be in court, and his records has already been expunged. So what is happening, or what happened yesterday, was that prosecution's second witness was in the box, testify yesterday. He ended his evidence in chief by way of reading his witness statement before Justice Ernest Owusu-Dapa. He was cross-examination of Alhaji Collins Dauda's lawyers, led by Nuhela Seidu. In fact, she was holding brief for title sorry. Yesterday started, and the court indicated that as per the case management completion plan, they had 2 hours and another extra 1 hour, subject to the discretion of the judge, how the witness will be answering the question. So yesterday, and across examination, the witness in your shelves over there, a very tall man, and of course from the ministries, yesterday came, and in 11 minutes he was subjected to cross-examination. So that is Alhaji Collins Dauda there. He always comes to court in white, and so one question that I remember.
Is he Ken? He always comes to court in white.
Always in white. Anytime you see him, Alhaji Collins Dada is in white. So yesterday he was in court. So there were people who have been asking him, I should ask him what exactly, why he's always been wearing white. At home he says he wears white, in parliament he wears white, when he's coming to court he wears white and all that. So let's hear from Alhaji Collins Dada, the former Minister for Works and Housing, why he likes the color white. There are many people who are asking, you're always in white. What's the reason?
I don't have any reason. I just love white. So I wear white in the office, wear white in parliament. When I'm coming to court, it's white.
Okay. People say it's a symbol for victory. Do you agree?
White attracts angels.
Okay.
From Allah. So
it is the reason you like wearing white?
Maybe. But the fact that I wear has nothing to do with the attraction. I just love white.
Okay.
Yes. He said that white attracts angels. But the point is that he loves white.
I can understand
why
he's always in white. The finance minister is always wearing white.
Angel Gabriel. I got Angel Gabriel.
What more do you have?
So that's what happened yesterday. Then we are coming to today.
Okay.
And today all routes are leading to the Supreme Court.
What's happening?
For a simple action today. Yeah, anti-gay bill. Today, Parliament will know whether to transmit the bill to the President, for the President to either sign or reject it. And so what the Supreme Court in relation to two applications for interlocutory injunction, Dr. Amanda Odoy, a researcher at the University of Cape Coast, and then Richard Delaskai, a broadcast journalist and also a lawyer, filed, in fact, the substantive matters are pending, but on top of that, they want Parliament, the court, to stop Parliament from transmitting the bill until such time that the Supreme Court would deal with a substantive matter. And all they are saying is that there were certain things that Parliament ought to have done. They have to look at the cost to the nation and all that. They didn't do that, and they passed the bill. So the court should stop them. You notice that in February, Parliament passed the bill. And then we know the controversy. The secretary to the president is saying that don't bring the bill. Parliament, the clerk to Parliament saying that tell us when you are ready to receive the bill. President is saying that due to the pendency of these two cases, I am not going to sign until I'm not going to receive it until Parliament or the court is done with the issues. So today, on the 3rd of July, the court heard argument from both parties, and today, a 5-member panel of the Supreme Court, presided over by the Chief Justice, and other members of the panel, Justice Mariama Owusu is in there, Justice Professor Henrietta Mensah Bonsu is in there, Justice Ernest Gawu is in there, and of course, Justice Yao Dakwa Sari. So these are the 5 judges that the eyes will be on today. They deliver their rulings as to whether to stop Parliament or to allow Parliament to transmit the bill. So that is what we have coming up this morning at the Supreme Court as part of one of the cases that will be coming up today.
Okay. What's up with Cecilia Dapa and her mates?
Yes, Patient Botry, the 18-year-old housemaid. You know, we're told that she's the one that was in the house who was stealing the money small, allegedly. So
will she be treated as a young offender?
She's 18, so for now, not the
yet.
issue of young offender has not come. But of course, the law describes her as a young offender. Yes, because she's 18.
Well, not particularly, but okay, you go on.
Yes, the law describes her as a young offender. So the point is that they have pleaded not guilty to stealing and other counts, in fact, over 30 counts. So today, her lawyers are moving an application before Justice Lydia Osemafo, and their request is simple. Ask the OSP to give us interrogations that they had with Madam Cecilia Dapa and her husband, interviews that they conducted, all videos and audios that they took from them, and all other statements in relation to when the OSP invited them, when the OSP arrested them, all the things that they took from them. They should give it to her and her lawyers so that they'll be able to subject them to cross-examination. Notice that the husband of Madam Cecilia Dapa, Mr. Daniel Osekufor, currently is in the witness box facing cross-examination. And they say that when they have these documents, it will assist their cross-examination. So today, before Justice Marie Louise Simmons, Criminal Court 2, the lawyers will be making that application, and hopefully they'll be hoping that the court will grant it for them to have that document from the OSP. So that is one of the things that we also look forward to see today in court.
What else?
So, one of the things, Tema and Pagadan, that name, when you mention, one thing comes to mind. The train accident. Yes, the Pagadan train accident. So, you notice that the driver was convicted and jailed some time back. 4 other persons were arrested as abetting the whole incident. And so, they have been arraigned at the High Court. And today, they are expected in court at the last court sitting. So, the 4 are those on your screen. 2 at the left side and then 2 in between the investigators who brought them to court. So today, at the last court sitting, prosecution was expected to file all disclosure documents, but they say that they filed it that morning, but the court and the defense or the accused and their lawyers are saying that they were not served at that day. So Justice Lydia Osemafo has adjourned the matter to today, hoping that the court docket will be served, the defense lawyers will also be served, and a case management conference where they will sort out all the documentation and ensure that whatever prosecution file is the same thing that the court has, the same thing that the accused persons also have, and then the court will fix a date for the trial to commence. So that is one of the things that we also expect to happen today in relation to the train accident. We're told that the cost that will be required to repair the train is over $2 million, but we also told that it's not government of Ghana who is going to pay that money. But of course, in this country, anything at all can happen and so that. So this is one of the cases that also will come out today in courts.
Right. We have one last one.
Yes, the bench bank. Yes, the bench bank is coming on. We expect, or the court is expecting the 20th witness. They are going 61. So you're not getting to court 1/3. Yes, so if 20th witness arrive today, we're left with 41. So that is how much we are left to go. So we expect, or the accused persons will be hoping, accused person 1, Mr. Michael Nyineku, the former CEO of Bench Bank, will be hoping to call his 20th witness today before Justice Efiasewa Asariboche, Justice of the Court of Appeal, who is sitting with additional responsibility as a High Court judge. But the court had warned that by last week Friday, so because of the organized labor strike, the court didn't sit on Monday.
Right.
So we didn't know what the judge would say. The judge said that by last week Friday, they should make sure that all the witness statement of the remaining witnesses they want to call, they should file it as at last Friday.
Right.
So today we'll know more about how many they have filed and whether the court will seal it at what it has on record. So that is what we do expect today.
All right. Thank you very much,
Thank you,
Captain,
Sarah,
for bringing us all of these. We'll touch base with him tomorrow, God willing, to get an update of what happened today. That'll be it for courts today.